Loading The Missing Monkey. Please insert disc 2. Thank you.
So now we're back from outer space. We just walked in to find you there with that sad look upon your face. Yes, it's been a while, but to bring joy back into your fleshy meatbag existence, from the 9th moon of Jupiter, it's time for the Missing Monkey Geek Quiz Podcast. And we're here for Series 2. It's been a long while, but we're back. And we're back tonight with Alex Powell. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you very much.
Fantastic stuff. Have you been practising up on your trivia and all the rest of it since last time we had you on?
Yes, I've had a bit more practice. I've been really cramming on my specialist subject.
Right.
So.
Well, we'll get to your specialist subject in round 2, but we'll move on down the line. Judy.
Hello.
This will be your 3rd time playing the monkey, won't it?
3rd time lucky.
Yeah. Have you won before?
I think I have won one.
Oh, okay.
And then I didn't win one.
Right.
And now I'm going to win one.
Okay. Well, that's ambition for you. And have you been catching up on all the latest trends and geek stuff that is out there in the world?
I've seen a few films.
Right.
I've seen some comic book filmy things.
What's the last film you watched?
I can't remember. There were some superheroes in it.
Right. Okay.
They all had different names.
Right.
It was probably Avengers.
And some of them flew.
Some of them flew, yeah, something like that.
And for the first time, the missing monkey virgin, what we has got on the episode tonight, it is James Gonzo Kilgour. How are you doing?
Evening. Oh, not too bad.
Cool. Right, I'll ask you the same question I ask everybody when they turn up for the first time. Are you a geek?
I would say so.
Good, because otherwise you'd be out of here and we'd be doing a 2-player head-on-head.
Okie doke.
Right, but you are a geek. What sort of geek are you? Gaming?
Gaming, comics, films, books, music.
Right.
I would say computer games, but I'd be lying.
What's the last film you saw at the cinema?
The Avengers.
Ooh. I watched Minions the other day. Do you want to know what I thought?
Go on then.
It's awesome for the bits I was awake for.
I hate Minions, they're dreadful.
They are everywhere at the minute.
Yeah.
But by the time this broadcasts, they'll have shuffled off the shelf for a bit.
Let's hope.
All right, then. I think we should start, as always, with round 1. Round 1 is 15 questions on the buzzer. If you get a question right, I will ask you, and only you, a bonus question for another point. Every question is worth 1 point and only 1 point. There's no bonus points, there's no negative points. Are your buzzers ready? Alex? Judy? Gonzo. Fantastic stuff. Well, I think we'd best dig into round 1. You ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Go on then.
Cool. Right. Season 2, Episode 1, Round 1, Question 1. What was the first thing that HAL 9000 ever learned and the last thing it ever spoke? Judy.
Was it the song A Bicycle Made for Two?
It was indeed. The actual song's title was Daisy Bell or Daisy Daisy, but yep, that you go. Judy, your bonus question. How many humans are aboard the Discovery 1 on its journey to Jupiter?
It's either 2 or 3. I think it's 2. Isn't it just 2?
It's so close.
It's 3, is it?
No, it's 5. It's got 2 crew, but 3 scientists in suspended animation. It's 5.
I forgot about the 3.
Yeah, they get killed by HAL. It's all very sad.
You spoilt the end, though.
Well, it is a slightly old film, so spoiler alert, people die.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
All right, it's very long and dull. Question 2.
It's brilliant.
Back on buzzers. On the day the Earth stood still, Michael Rennie told us where we stand, even though he was ill. What was Flash Gordon wearing? Somebody knows? Somebody gets the reference? Come on. I'm going to have to push you for time.
No, I can't remember.
Michael Rennie was in...
Yes, I know the song. I don't know the lyrics with sufficient detail.
Gonzo.
Silver underwear.
He was indeed wearing silver underwear. Gonzo gets a point. Well done. Right, your bonus question. What's Tim Curry wearing the first time we see him in the film? Good description, but what's he actually wearing? Come on, I can't...
Is it stockings, suspenders and the basque?
It isn't, no. That's the second time you see him. The first time you see him, He's the vicar at
I
the
was
wedding
gonna-
at the
yeah.
start.
Ah.
Stockings and suspenders are a pretty good guess for
He might have those on underneath. It is a...
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
but
true.
you can't see it, so it doesn't count. All right. Question 3. Renee Montoya, Crispus Allen, and Harvey Bullock all work for which organisation? Gonzo.
Gotham City Police Department.
Indeed, they do. They are all detectives of the GCPD. Your follow-up question. Where in Gotham do the convicted sane criminals get sent?
Black Rock?
Nearly.
Black Island.
Nearly. Last shot.
It's got black in it.
It
Black
goes-
Peninsula.
Blackpool.
They would never do
the
that.
same one.
Fate worse than death.
Too harsh a punishment, that.
It's Blackgate Penitentiary.
So close.
So close, but you don't get the point. Sorry about that. All right, question 4. The Nocturne of Shadow, the Serenade of Water, and Depona's song are Alex?
Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time.
indeed are all designed to play on which instrument? It's the Ocarina of Time. You said it. You get the point. Well
That was
done.
good.
Calm down. Relax.
No, I'm hyped up now.
Okay. Your follow-up question. How many years difference fall between the two eras in the game? Between young Link and old Link? They keep swapping between times. How many years difference?
Is it 6 years?
Oh, it's 7.
Oh,
I'm not going to give you multiple guesses on that one. It was 7.
yeah.
So.
I knew it was somewhere around about there.
Mm-hmm. All right, question 5. If a road is made from bricks and wood, what's a boat made out of? Oh. Alex.
Sheep and wood.
Yay! Well done. Got a point. And the game?
Settlers of Catan.
Indeed. Well, seafarers, but there you go. Your follow-up. What additional land tile was introduced in Seafarers of Catan?
Oh, the gold tile.
Gold it is. Well done. You got a bonus point for that. Question
There it
6.
is.
What was the self-appointed mission of Wowbagger the Infinitely Prolonged? Judy?
Was he the one who was trying to insult everybody who'd ever lived?
He was
Yeah.
in alphabetical order. I'll give you the point. All right, your follow-up. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a trilogy in now 6 parts, the 6th part being written by Owen Colfer. What was book 6 called?
I can't remember. I knew you were going to ask that. Oh, it was on the radio as well.
It was. It's not a very good book either,
No, it wasn't very good.
but we'll go with it.
No, I can't remember. Sorry.
It's called And Another Thing.
Yeah.
It's a very memorable title. All right, question 7. Everybody back on buzzers. How many assassins were in the Deadly Viper assassination squad, not counting the Snake Charmer? Everybody's got completely blank looks on the face. They have
No idea
no
what this one's
idea
about.
what I'm talking about.
I'm
Gonzo.
going to go with 5.
5 is the right answer.
Oh,
Well
killer,
done.
isn't it?
Black Mamba, Cottonmouth,
Yeah.
Copperhead, the California Mountain Snake, and Sidewinder. All right. Your follow-up. It's all right. You don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
I
go
don't
for the
need to
buzzer.
press a
It's
button.
your question. All right. What is written on the back of the truck the bride uses to escape the hospital?
Baby on board.
Not quite. Alex, what is it?
Pussy wagon, isn't it?
It is Pussy Wagon. You don't get the point, but well done for knowing that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Kill Bill.
I'm gonna start just pressing the button and say that number from now on. It's working really well for you.
42 usually is the right answer.
Yeah, that could have been for the last one.
That's going to be the blue whale of this show. isn't it?
Probably. Question 8. Who started off playing frog baseball and in 1996 got to do America? Frog baseball? Anybody? Blank looks? Silence? Nobody's moving? I'm going to have to call it. It's Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, never mind. I love Beavis and Butthead. They're great.
I remember when Beavis and Butthead Do America came out. Everybody was running around with their t-shirts over their heads going, I've got Hollywood!
Yeah, I was one of those.
I think we've all done it.
Speak for yourself.
Question 9. All right, we're going to hit the internet now. Where on the internet would you go to check out the veracity of an urban legend? Judy.
You could go to Snopes.
That's the one. Right, you got a point. Your follow-up question. How many days worth of viewing are uploaded to YouTube every single minute? If you want to call it in hours, I'll let you have that.
How many days worth of viewing? In a minute?
Uh-huh. It's on the stats page, and it's one of these things that gets put out about, facts you should know about things. Anything?
3 days? 4 days?
No.
4 days.
Anyone want to have a random guess at this one? It is 12 and a half days.
Wow.
Yeah, a viewing is uploaded every single minute. All right, question 10, back on buzzers. Which publisher originally published the first rule sets for Dungeons and Dragons? Gonzo.
TSR.
It was indeed. Do you know what TSR stands for?
Not a clue.
Okay, it was the Tactical Studies Rules Incorporated in 1974. I remember it well. Your follow-up question. Which company now publishes Pathfinder, the spiritual continuation of 3rd edition? Oh, the faces he's making. This should be a video. He's gurning like a... Come on.
I'm going to go with 5.
5 is a great answer for a completely different question. It was... the audience knows. Audience?
Paizo.
It's Paizo Publishing. Indeed. Well done. The audience can have a... No, they can't. It's a follow-up question. You just get the kudos for it. Question 11. In which area of Mordor does Shelob live? Anyone? Has anyone even read this?
Oh.
It's some more good faces, mind.
It is.
Cirith Ungol?
Well done. Have a point.
Oh, wow.
I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. Although, according to the pronunciation guide I had to look at, it's Kirith.
Oh, is it? I'm terribly sorry. Well,
yeah, it's a big thing. They get picky on the old internet about that sort of thing. All right, your follow-up. What's the name of the acromantula that lives in the Forbidden Forest?
No, I don't know.
Because we're switching books here.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's
Go on.
It's in The Hobbit, isn't it?
No,
it's not the one in The Hobbit. It sounds like Cimmerillion or something like that.
No.
Don't know.
It's Harry Potter. The
spider's
called Aragog. I was going with giant spiders.
I see.
You see?
Oh,
cunning.
Yeah. Right. Both of which freaked me out at the cinema that nobody gave me warning for. Thank you very much. All right, question 12. Yorgul, Grundle and Rindle are the sole bad guys in a 1979 video game. What are they? It's kind of the first role-playing adventure video game. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Anything? Oh, Alex, you do look like you're about to do something messy in your trousers. Gonzo, what's the answer?
I'm guessing Beowulf, but...
No, it's not
wrong.
Beowulf, and I'm asking what sort of creatures they are.
Oh, what sort of creatures?
Yeah, so they're Beowulfs.
Yeah.
Anyone? They're dragons. They're the dragons in Adventure. Oh, there you go. Fair enough. Right, Yorgul, Grundle and Rindle, they're the yellow, green and red dragons, you see.
And they all sound like Ray Winston.
They do look a bit like ducks as well. All right, question 13. Can you name any four... No, we've had this before. Will you name any 4 of the 7 wonders of the ancient world? Alex.
The Pyramids of Giza.
No. Well, yeah, okay. Well, the pyramids of...
Is it Cairo?
There?
The Colossus at Rhodes.
1.
The Lighthouse of Alexandria.
2.
The Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
3.
And the statue of Zeus at
I think he's got it.
Athens.
It's the statue of Zeus in Olympia.
That's it.
The Colossus of Rhodes, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, the Mausoleum of Helicarnassus, the Temple of Artemis in Hephaestus, and the pyramids of... Anyone?
Mars.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Fair enough. I gave you that point. Your follow-up.
Go on, hit me.
Give me 5 of the 7 dwarves.
Sleepy.
1.
Grumpy.
2.
Doc.
3.
Sneezy.
4.
Happy.
Yay!
Yay!
You got a follow-up question. Happy, grumpy, sneezy, sleepy, dopey, doc and bashful.
That was a bit bashful.
Yeah. All right, back on buzzers. Question 14. What film had the tagline, Earth, it was fun while it lasted? Nothing? Anyone? I might as well be on my own here. They're just blank looks all around. Sometimes I really want a camera on this sort of thing. I'm going to have to push you. Anyone make a guess?
Some kind of comedy disaster film like Dude, Where's My Car?
I'm probably reading it wrong. It's not a comedy. It was Armageddon. Right.
I think I read it in the jovial tone. It's like, it was fun while it lasted.
But then it turned into a giant bean.
Yeah.
All right. Question 15, last question of the round. On Darkover, what is the law that prohibits the use of weapons that do not bring the user into equal danger? You've not read any Marion Zimmer Bradley then?
I have, but not that one.
Okay, fair enough. It was The Compact. Right. Never mind, we'll move on. No, we won't move on. That's the end of round 1. I think it's time to look at some scores. And, oh my word. Oh, aren't they doing well? Gonzo, you have 4 points. Woo. Judy, you have 4 points. Woo. Alex, you have 5 points.
Hey!
You couldn't get much closer
When
if
did
you
that
tried. Right, okay, well that's the end of round 1. We'll be back in just a minute for round 2. See you in a minute. And welcome back to the Missing Monkey Geek Quiz podcast, round 2. Round 2 is the specialist subject rounds. Each of the players has given me some choice of what they're vaguely good at, and then we send it out to the monkey hunters who chase down some questions to supply to them. This means that sometimes I don't even understand the questions that I'm asking, but we'll go with it. Right. We have decided by means of monkey knife fight who goes first, second and third, and Judy, your monkey won. That's a phrase that he's just going to have to live with. Judy,
Hello.
Your specialist subject is Asimov's robot stories.
Yes.
And have you been studying up on this?
I read some of the short stories, yeah.
Excellent.
Which I wanted to read again anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Well,
it was nice. It was good fun, actually,
benefit.
reacquainting myself with them.
Excellent. So you're all ready for your 15 questions on this subject?
Yes,
Cool.
I think so. Well, bearing in mind that quite a lot of it I read a good 20 years ago. But hopefully it's all in there somewhere.
Yep, absolutely. And all of these are really, really easy if you even know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Let's head into it. You don't need your buzzer, just your brain.
Okay. I think the buzzer is significantly more functional.
Okay. Question 1. What caused the creation of the baby robot?
Oh, I don't think they found out, did they? Oh, no, it was somebody going through and typing in random things into the keyboard while the computer was... they were on a tour, it was a young boy, and they sort of typed in random
There we
things.
go.
So nobody really understood why.
It was a little boy on a school trip pressing random buttons on a control panel that hadn't been locked.
Yes.
I'll give you the point. Well done. Question 2. Name the 2 men whose job it was to approve new robots.
It's Donovan and Powell.
Yeah.
Do you want first names?
I'd
'Cause I was
like
getting
them, but I'll give
confused.
you
I think
the
it's
point.
Mike Powell and Greg... Oh, no, Mike Donovan and Greg Powell.
Yeah.
Or the other way around.
No, that's
One way around or
absolutely
another.
right. It is Greg Powell and Mike Donovan. Alex Powell, is he some sort of descendant of yours?
I've got a Mike Powell, but not a Greg Powell.
Okay, well
He's far
maybe
in
you
your
have to...
future.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it, isn't it?
He's a
Well,
descendant.
Question 3. When testing the faster-than-light ship, what did the US robot's central computer give them to eat?
Beans and milk.
Yeah.
oh.
That, for how long? Quite a while, I'd imagine.
I think it was about a week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'd commit suicide on that. Question 4. How were the aliens on Jupiter convinced not to wage war?
Oh.
I can hear the ticking of the clock behind me.
No, it's just my brain
Okay.
ticking. No, I can't remember. Oh.
Any guess at all?
No, I can't remember.
The negotiating robots failed to mention that they were robots.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The aliens thought they were human.
Yeah.
And so decided not to bother.
Yes.
All right, question 5. Name the robot that falls in love with Claire Belmont.
Tony.
Yeah. Is his actual classification?
Probably TN something.
It's TN3. Right. In Catch That Rabbit, what causes the DV5 to act erratically, and how was it solved?
Now, which one is Catch That Rabbit? I think it was that the one in the mine. DV.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's got like several subordinates, and so he has 6 subordinate robots, and if he has to give orders to all 6, then he goes a bit mad.
Yeah. So how did they solve it?
They shot one of the robots.
They did. Well done. Have a point. What was the name of the Bicentennial Man?
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't know.
Have you seen the film?
No,
It's
I
awful.
refuse to,
It's
'cause
absolutely
on the grounds
awful.
that I don't think they've ever made a good adaptation of Asimov's stories.
Okay. Right, it was Andrew Martin.
Right.
All right. What's the second law of robotics?
A robot should always obey a human unless it conflicts with the first law.
It's absolutely spot on. I'll give you that one. The story Strange Playfellow is better known as what? Not quite.
Strange Playfellow.
Yeah. But it's got another title.
No, I don't know.
All right. It's Robbie.
Oh, right, yeah.
The editor of the magazine Super Science Stories in September 1940 chose the title Strange Playfellow when it was published. Asimov wasn't
But he
happy.
didn't want it. Yeah. No, Robbie's a better title.
Yeah. Question 10. In Boy's Best Friend, what's the name of the robot dog? That seems to be the answer for a lot of things.
I know, it's hard, isn't it? It's like
is.
you know it, but then you think, no, actually I don't. No, it would be something like Bobby. I don't know, Bobby.
So close. It was Robot.
Oh, of course it was.
Yeah. Question 11. How does an automobile car laugh?
Oof. Well, let's have a think. Probably
Okay.
like rev their engine or something, wouldn't they?
It's something like, but...
Oh no, they open their doors. They flap their doors.
They flap the doors. They slam the doors, yeah.
It's in there somewhere.
All right, question 12. Who is the murder victim in the Caves of Steel?
Oh, I can't remember their name.
Okay.
Not a chance.
Well, that was quick. Rog Nemenu Sarton.
Oh.
What's the name of Elijah's wife?
Oh. Oh man.
That's a
Something
long and
like-
complicated name.
Something like Bailey. No, I can't remember.
Jezebel. It's quite close
You'd
to
remember
Bailey
that, wouldn't
in the
you?
dictionary.
No, I think doesn't he call her Jessie most of the time or something like that? Or yeah. So,
But Bailey,
but
bit
yeah,
further away.
no,
Yeah.
that's his surname. Yeah.
Okay. On what planet is the naked sun set?
I think is that the one on Solaran or Solarium or
Yeah, Solaria. I'll give you that
or
one.
something like that.
Final question. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Who is the only character to have appeared in both the Robots and the Foundations series?
I'm gonna go with Susan Calvin, but I'm not sure. It might be the other one. It might be. Oh, is it? Is it the robot companion Daniel? Is it Daniel Oliver?
Yep, there we go. It's R. Daniel Oliver. Well done. You have scored 9 points, bringing your total
that's
score
not
up
too
to
bad.
13. Well done.
Whoa.
I'll get my coat now.
Sit there.
Okay.
All right. Alex.
Yes,
Hello.
let's do this.
Your specialist subject is music theory.
Yeah, I'm going to crash and burn.
All right. Let's just go into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
All right. What's the usual time signature for a waltz?
That's 3/4.
It is. How many notes are there in a pentatonic scale?
5 notes.
Yep. How many sharps are there in the key signature of C sharp minor?
Okay, I was learning this before. I didn't do the minors. What's this relative minor?
This is great because I don't even understand the question. He's thinking.
Get your time in.
Counting on fingers.
No, I can't do it.
And make a guess.
He's actually singing it now.
Go with it.
It's G sharp.
Okay.
Or A flat.
Great.
Which is 4 sharps.
It is.
Yes!
We really needed a video for that.
Yep. All right, question 4. Name the 4 sections of a standard symphony orchestra.
You have the brass section.
Yep.
The strings.
Yep.
Percussion.
Yep.
And woodwind.
Indeed, you do. That's a standard symphony. Does a non-standard symphony orchestra include ducks or something then?
I don't
No,
know.
they're in the woodwind. That's the only.
Oh, right.
Yeah, cannons sometimes.
That would be like meat wind, wouldn't it? The actual animals making. I don't know what meat wind would be. That sounds bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I think we've found the title of today's episode, the meat wind section. All right then. Question 5. How many players are there in a Baroque trio sonata?
I'm going to guess at 3.
And you'd be slightly wrong.
Oh.
It's 4. Violin, viola, cello, and continuo.
Right.
Okay. It's the keyboard providing the chords.
Continuum.
Yeah.
Continue.
That sounds like a wizard.
Question 6. What's the name for the 2 chords at the end of a piece or at the end of a section?
The finale.
No, it's the cadence.
Oh.
Mm. Well, question 7. Do you know how many types of cadence there are?
There'll be like a rising one and a falling one, maybe, and a middly one where it doesn't go anywhere. 3.
There's 4.
Oh.
There's perfect, imperfect, plagal, and interrupted.
I need to learn all these.
Okay. You're doing rather well, though, because you're answering some questions that I don't even know. Right. Question 8. What note is perfect 5th above C?
G.
Yep. There you go. It's easy,
Oh, there we go.
I think. Question 9. What time signature is used for a jig?
6/8.
Yep, there you go. Have a point. Question 10. What does SATB stand for? Giving you a second to think.
No idea, I'm afraid.
Soprano, alto, and tenor bass.
Oh, yeah.
Question 11. What is the usual form for the 3rd movement of a classical symphony?
I don't know, a minor scale.
It's minuet and trio. Or scherzo and trio. Okay.
Wow.
There you
No
go.
idea that one.
Question 12. What type of key is a funeral march usually written in?
Oh, minor key.
Indeed, have a point. Question 13. Is a scherzo a fast or a slow piece of music?
Scherzo. Oh, it's a new Italian at the time. I'm going to say fast.
Yep, there you go. Question 14. What does diminuendo mean?
Diminuendo.
Bit of music that's a bit rude.
That's like it uses it's all like it ends a section on a diminished chord. Oh no.
It gradually gets quieter. All right. Question 15. Last question. What does a dot after a note do to the note?
It means that note lasts for itself and a half.
Yep. Makes it half as long again.
Yeah.
Well done. You
Oh,
have
wow.
scored another 9 points,
No,
making
wow.
your score up to 14. Well done. Bringing us all the way back down the line to Gonzo. Gonzo, your subject is the Disc World. All of the Disc World, the entirety of the Disc World, from Great Artuin to the Cori Celesti.
And there's 2 books I've not read.
Excellent. Let's start with those then, shall we?
Well, that'll be hard because one's not even out yet.
Okay then. Right. Question 1. You ready?
Yeah, go on then.
What's Lord Vetinari's first name?
Havelock.
Well done. Have a point. Do you want to stop there?
Yeah.
Okay. Question 2. What's the name of Ankh-Morpork's undead society?
Oh, Reggie Shoe ran it.
Yeah. Come on, I'm going to have to poke you here. And
I can't remember.
It was the Fresh Start Club.
Yes.
Question 3. Under what name was Moist von Lipwig hanged?
Albert Spangler.
Indeed, have a point. Question 4. For what crime is Owlswick Jenkins wanted?
Assassination.
No.
Okay, so it's not Jingo then.
No.
I can't remember.
Stamp forgery. All right, question 5. Name any three institutions of the 8 to have published diaries.
You've got the Assassin's Guild,
1.
the Fool's Guild,
2.
and the
Come on.
Butchers?
No.
No.
Come on, I need an answer.
There's the vampires, but they're not a guild.
I don't think there was a vampire's diary, was there?
There was Reformed Vampire's Diary.
Then I'm tempted to give it. I honestly did not know there was a vampire's diary, but that means there was 9. The Unseen University, the City Watch, the Assassins, the Fools, the Thieves, the Post Office, Loot Sea, and the Witches. And apparently the vampires, but there you go. Right, question 6. What do you call a Pixie battle poet? Nearly.
I want to say a Knack McFeagle, but
That's not an individual.
no, I can't remember.
It's... Anyone?
Is it Sir?
Skald?
No, it's not the Skald, it's the Gonagle.
Oh.
Right?
Named after one of the worst poets ever.
Indeed.
Or it could have been the Muppet McGonagall, the gargling gargoyle.
Moving on. Question 7. Who wrote Gladys the Golem's Book of Etiquette?
Nanny Ogle Detritus.
No. It was actually Lady Deirdre Wagon.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Bit far from detritus, but alright, we'll go with it. Question 8. After failing his wizard exams, where does Victor Tooglebend go to make his fortune?
That would be Holywood.
It would be the Holy Wood. Question 9. Name any one of the 5 moving picture studios in the Holy Wood. Oh, he's pulling faces again.
Pine. No.
No. That's a real world. I want the Discworld one.
No.
No, pass.
Yeah.
There was something like this, a 20th Century Fruit Bat or something like that.
There was the Century of the Fruit Bat Productions. There was Furwood Studios, United Alchemists, Microlithic Pictures, and Floating Bladder Productions. All right, question 10. Who's the chairman of the Bank of Ankh-Morpork?
Moist von...
He was the assistant to the chairman. Who's the chairman?
I don't know. My brain's stopped.
Go on, audience.
The name's lost me, but it's the little pug.
It's the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know the name?
No.
It's Mr. Fusspot.
See, I'm turning into detritus. Every question you ask. Can we open the fridge?
It's too warm.
It's Mr. Fusspot, you know, and his large rubber dog toy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is the woodpecker? Come on. Anything? Your brain stopped entirely, hasn't it?
It has left me. It's decided to take a walk.
All right.
Do
you want to make a guess on it?
The woodpecker.
Yeah.
It sounds like they would have done something like a mass murderer,
Okay.
but it's not.
No, it's not. You give up?
Yeah.
It's the audience again. Hello, audience. How are you doing?
Do you want to swap?
Come on, audience.
But yeah, it's kind of something cheap.
What's the woodpecker?
It's the Clax code that would break it.
Indeed. It's a series of signals that can wreck the Clax system. Question 12. Back to Gonzo. Calm down. Relax. It's all right. What's the more common name, or more to the point, who is Cecil Wormsborough St. John, or St. John?
Oh. I do know this one.
Yeah. And you got Albert Spangler, and I was impressed at that. I'm going to have to push you, mate.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's Nobby.
Yeah.
It's Nobby's real name. All right, we'll try for an easy one.
Do you want to take me outside and just shoot me now?
No, I want to finish there.
Oh, all right then.
All right, question 13. We're nearly done. What's the secret password of the Morphic Street conspirators? It's always that password.
Who came up with these questions?
Anything?
No. Knock knock, who's there?
No. Anyone?
Password swordfish. It's always
Swordfish.
Question 14. Which went by the name of, and I have to make a run up to this one, Endemonidia for all of 3 or 4 hours
Agnes Nutter.
when she was younger. It's not Agnes
No,
Nutter.
Agnes Nutter's from...
That's from a completely
That's from...
different...
Yeah, Agnes Nutter's from Good Omens.
Yes,
Oh, it's the one that can sing to
No, it's not, but it's in reference to that person.
Perdita. No.
That... Are you going to give up?
I give up. I'm just
It's
naming
the
Dalmatians now.
It's the name Granny Weatherwax chose when she was younger that she used for all of 3 or 4 hours. Right,
Oh, well.
final question.
Let's see if we can get this one right.
All right. You don't like brandy, dear. You like your special oat drink with the vitamins. Who apparently doesn't like brandy? Your brain really has frozen.
It has
hasn't
just gone.
I have the strange feeling people listening to this are just screaming out loud.
They probably are. They're
Okay.
probably wanting to jump through the microphone and headbutt me.
Yeah, okay. Come on, give it a guess. Said by his wife. I'll give you a clue, it's a he. All right.
Well, now you said wife, I know it's not Red Kelly.
Yeah. Anything? Last guess?
Gaspo the Wonder Dog.
It was... In fact, I'll throw it to the rest of the room. Do we know this one?
Was it the one from... Was it the king in the one that was based on Macbeth?
It was Mrs. War talking to War.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
No idea.
Yes, it was the Horseman of the Apocalypse, commonly known as War. And in that round, you have scored a grand total of 4 points, bringing your total all the way up to 8. Well done, Gonzo.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we all need a breather, so we will finish round 2 here. We'll be back in just a moment for round 3. See you in a minute. And welcome back to the Missing Monkey Geek Quiz Podcast, Series 2, Episode 1, and we're on for round 3. Chaps, are we all ready to go? Say yes.
Yeah.
Good. We're back on buzzers for round 3. Round 3 is 15 questions, slightly harder than round 1. There are no further bonus points or bonus questions. It's just 15 questions on the buzzer. Are your buzzers working? Gonzo? Judy? Alex? Nearly. All right. We're off. Question 1. What did Disneyland Worldwide ban from their parks in June of this year? I thought I'd throw in a Disney question.
That'll reference the year in case somebody's listening to this in the future.
Fair enough. What did Disneyland Worldwide ban from their parks in June of this year year being 2015? Giving you a bit of extra time to go with it. It's actually quite a sensible one, but I quite like it. Judy?
Is it children?
Oh, yeah. I could give you a bonus point, I would. That's a great answer. No, it's grandparents. No, Disneyland have banned selfie sticks.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
wow,
Yeah.
well done.
Good on it.
Okay, question 2. What connects Beauty and the Beast, Hellboy, Alien 3, Sons of Anarchy, and Fallout? Gonzo.
Ron Perlman.
Yes, he does. He's in all of them, and he's a very nice man. Met him, 20 years ago now. Really excellent person. Question 3. Who did Sonic the Hedgehog replace as Sega's company mascot? Gonzo.
Echo the Dolphin.
No, he didn't.
Alex Kidd.
Alex, well done. Even pressed the buzzer, so I'll let you have that one. You get a point. Right. Question 4. In which US state is the town of Trinity, in which Lucas Buck is the sheriff?
Should really know that, shouldn't
Yes,
I?
you should. Gonzo.
Deadwood?
Nope. Deadwood is not a US state, but
Oh,
good
yeah.
effort. Yep. Anyone?
Trinity.
Alex.
Texas?
Nope. Good
No,
effort.
it's south.
It is.
It's like, it's either Mississippi or Missouri. Mississippi.
It's South Carolina.
of course it is. Oh,
Well done.
That's
And what series would that be,
That would
Judy?
be American Gothic.
Yeah.
My favourite TV show ever.
Yep. Okay, moving on. Question 5. Who played Steel in the 1997 comic book film Steel? Anyone? Yep, that's the one. Lots of miming. Dunking of basketballs. Anyone? Go on.
Oh, it was really bad.
Yeah. I've been trying to get hold of
I've
the DVD
watched
copy
it.
in ages. Come on. Last guess. Just make a guess.
It wasn't.
You'd have to buzz for
He would. Press your buzzer. Oh, right, I'm giving
No,
up.
I can't remember his name.
It was Shaquille
Shaquille
O'Neal.
I was going to guess that.
Well, you should have guessed it then.
Shaquille O'Neal!
No.
No points, Joe says no points.
It really was bad.
Yeah.
Because what's his face from Breakfast Club was the bad guy.
What? Ali Thingy?
Now it's like you all stand
Molly
up.
Ringwald.
We'll all stand up. It'll be anarchy.
Moving on. Question 6. From which board game's rules is this piece extracted? If the cheese pile is empty, take the cheese pieces. Judy.
Mice and Mystics?
No. Take... Gonzo.
Mousetrap.
Yes, well done. Have a point. Take the cheese pieces from the opponent with the most cheese. Question 7. In the Dune universe, what is the most important and valuable substance? Judy.
Dust.
No.
Space.
Oh, no, it's not dust. Yeah.
Alex did in fact press his buzzer and got the point. It is spice. Question 8. What was the name of the specialist shop in Sunnydale that Giles and Anya take over?
Oh.
Oh. Squeaky noises and grunts all round. Alex is just pulling at his face. I think that's for fun. Right. Judy's holding her head. Gonzo. Right. Anything. Make a guess. Gonzo.
The Witch's Cauldron.
No. But not far off.
Was it just called the Magic Shop?
Oh,
Because
so
that's what they
close.
always called it.
It was the magic box.
Oh.
So, no, you don't get a point. All right, question 9. Around the World with Willy Fogg was an animated series produced as a collaboration between production companies in 2 countries. Name either country. Gonzo.
America.
No. Judy
Japan?
is one of them. Do you know the other?
France?
Spain.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I've got to get this out.
Around the world.
We'll find a pot of gold, just sitting where the rainbow's ending.
Right.
Okay, question 10. What magical object was at the end of the quest of Jason and the Argonauts? Alex.
Golden Fleece.
It's a golden fleece. Well done, have a point. Question 11. On what planet was the Botany Bay marooned? Gonzo.
SETI Alpha. Oh, SETI Alpha 5.
Yes, well done, have a point. Make a guess, shout 5, get a point.
It's worked so far.
Number 5.
All right.
I was about to say SETI Alpha 6, but SETI Alpha 6 blew up.
Yeah. I think it was SETI Alpha 4, wasn't it?
No, it was SETI Alpha 6 that blew up, putting SETI Alpha 5 in a different orbital
I
thing
thought it was
around
4,
the sun.
so they've just got the count wrong. And moving on. Question 12. What is the only vulnerability of the Green Lantern power ring? Gonzo.
The yellow, the fear.
The yellow, the fear. Is the right answer. Right, depending on which Green Lantern era you're looking at, the vulnerabilities have either been wood, the colour yellow,
Oh my god.
or none at all. So yellow is the right answer. So the yellow, the fear, that works. Right? I know what you're talking about. Question 13. Which nation's freedom fighters are best, well, possibly, to steal plutonium from when you need to power a time machine?
Is it Iranian?
No, it's not. Gonzo.
The Russians.
No, it's not. Judy.
Syrians.
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's in
It's
Back
a
to the
Middle
Future.
Eastern
It's Back to
country,
the
isn't it?
Future. Is
Yeah,
that
it's that one,
Is it
isn't it?
Iraqis?
It's the Libyans.
Oh,
Oh,
Libyans. Of course
always
it is. It
the
was
Libyans.
All right. Question 14. What was the name of the giant rolling fortress that was home to Shredder, Krang, and the Foot Clan?
The
Alex.
Technodrome.
The Technodrome. Have a point. Question 15. Final question of the night. DJ Atomica and Crash FM provide the background music for which game?
Oh,
Oh, pull in your face. I know you've played it. We've played it.
is it Jet Set Radio?
No, it's not. Good effort,
Oh,
but it's
no,
not.
I know what it is now.
Oh, and you've already had your go. Come on, chaps. Final point to steal. And Judy's just sitting there.
I've got a clue.
Duke Nukem.
No.
Oh.
Alex.
No idea.
All right. Audience.
Carmageddon?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's Judy.
Is it Burnout?
It's Burnout. It's Burnout
Yeah,
Paradise.
Burnout, the third one, fourth
Yeah.
one, fifth one.
All right, that's it. We're done. Final scores on the doors are... Gonzo, you managed to add another 4 points to your score. You've come all the way up to 12 points. Well
Double
done.
points!
Judy, in that round you scored a further 1 point.
Oh, wow.
Oh dear.
Bringing you all the way up to 14. But Alex, you've added another 4 points to your score. You've got 18 points and are the winner of tonight's Missing Monkey. Granting you the title of Missing Monkey winner of this episode. I've broken the medal already. Granting you the title of the winner. And the prize of a solid gold medal, not at all made out of plastic. There you go. Well done.
Just clunking around. Oh yeah, solid gold.
Thank you for that. Spoil the mystery, why don't you? And so now we can relax a bit, we could chat about various bits and pieces. And I'd like to throw a shout out to a website or indeed a podcast that I listen to all the time and in fact got me into the game of doing quizzes for the old internet. And this time I'd like to throw you at podquiz.com. It's simply called Podquiz, and you know what it is? It's a podcast that has a quiz. Once a week, 20 questions, then there's a musical break, and they give you the answers. It's a nice little brain teaser for you to play. It's only 20 minutes long, and you can find it at podquiz.com. Now, I'll go down the line. Tonight, I think I'm going to ask, what's your guilty secret film? A film that everybody says is rubbish, but is a nice little calm place in your heart. Personally, I like Condor Man. It's a film I grew up with, and I thought it was fantastic. Gonzo, what film do you like that everybody says is utter rubbish? Everything.
Yeah, everything. I don't have a favourite bad film because I just think they're all funny.
Okay. What's the last awful film that you watched that wasn't Steel?
Oh, I really don't want to say Barbed Wire.
I had that on VHS. I bought it and watched it and went, this is great for a 12-year-old boy. Right?
There was, I mean, the guiltiest one has got to be Stallone's Judge Dredd. Because there's like so many wrong things that happens in there. But there is a couple of right things.
There's a couple of really good bits stuck in about 2 hours worth of awfulness.
Yeah.
Judy, go on.
I was just trying to think. I think there's a film called Meet Joe Black, which is a remake of this thing. And I hate remakes. As you know, I'm always like, oh no, you must watch the foreign originals with subtitles. But in this particular case, it's Meet Joe Black, and it's got Brad Pitt in it, and it's really good, and I love it. And everyone said it was rubbish. And
I really
boring,
enjoyed the bit where Brad Pitt's walking across the street and he gets hit by 3 vehicles.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that bit.
And gets ping-ponged around.
I turned it off after that because it was just like, it can't get any better.
Yeah, pretty much. Wait for the credits to roll. Alex, go on. What do you like that's awful?
I think it's going to be Jingle All the Way.
Oh!
Whenever that comes on, it's a dreadful film, but for some reason it's got the Con Air effect. So that as soon as it comes on and you flick through it on the TV, you end up watching the entire thing, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Doesn't that have Arnold Schwarzenegger beating up a room full of midgets dressed as Christmas
It really
elves?
does. Yeah, it's got Arnold Schwarzenegger and like all 3 of his facial expressions. Are like, two of which
Turbo Man. That's the name of the guy.
It, and he goes
Turbo
flying
Man.
around in the suit at the end. It's incredible.
Right, well, I think we're done. This has been the first episode of the second series of The Missing Monkey. We're glad to be back. We're glad to have you back. And we are done for the night. Thank you very much and goodbye.
The Missing Monkey is a 7 Monkey Productions production. This week's guests were Judy Bartlett, James Gonzo Kilgour and Alex Powell. Your host was John Scholes. The judge with the shotgun was Muriel McGrath. Sound editing by Jim McGrath of Technovoce. Web support by Joe Higton. For the Twitterati, Technovoce can be found at Technovoce. The Missing Monkey can be found at Dr. Missing Monkey. Like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes, or email us at bigbadjohn@themissingmonkey.com with your comments and suggestions. Finally, if you'd like to become a patron of The Missing Monkey, would you kindly head over to www.patreon.com/themissingmonkey for more information on how to go about it. Thank you for listening and for your own special brand of geekiness, whatever that may be.
This was The Missing Monkey. Goodbye.